This person said, how do I know if counseling is the right option for me versus reading a self-help book or talking with a trusted mentor?
Yeah, good question. And I wouldn't see those things as mutually exclusive either. That reading and engaging books and resources that have been developed over the centuries and have been beneficial to the church and to others is, ought to be just a part of how we develop and grow as human beings, personally, maritally. And having mentors in our life is essential for all of us to grow and mature and be healthy. That's ought to be a part of all of our lives. Otherwise, we get into kind of, we're alone with our thoughts, and we don't have the ability to bear one another's burdens with ourselves. We're just going to kind of bear our burdens with ourselves. That's not a biblical idea. And we don't have the opportunity to learn and have our thoughts challenged and our hearts cared for, and all the things that happen in a really healthy, good mentoring relationship. And so if those are not part of your life, make them part of your life. Have them be a part of your life, which may for some sound easier said than done. And so sometimes when we're working with folks in counseling, and what kind of brings things to a place of going, hey, I could probably use some professional help around this, can be one, if we're really isolated. Sometimes for some out there that are listening to me, and I say, hey, identify those people in your life that you look up to and you respect and who love you, and that you can invite into the circle with you to come alongside you and help you grow and mature and do life in a healthy way. And you step back and you go, I can't think of anybody in my life that fits that criteria. Like a lot of the people in my life I don't really feel safe with, or I don't trust, and I'm not able to be vulnerable with them, or I wouldn't want them to know the things that I'm struggling with that wouldn't go well, or and so you don't have those people in your life to be able to invite those in. So that would be one indicator that if you don't have those people currently in your life, then connecting with a professional counselor is a way to have someone that's trustworthy, and hopefully if you get a good recommendation from somebody or check reviews and connect with somebody that has been helpful to others, is going to be wise and have experience that enables them to speak into your life and situation in a way that you can trust, and that can work with you to figure out, why is it the case that we're isolated? What is it that's part of our life, our family, our relationships that has us in this place that we don't have anybody that we can really invite to our life in that way? And so one scenario where do I need to connect with a professional counselor would be, do you have resources in your life of other older, wiser others that you can invite into the circle with you? And if you're isolated in the way that you don't, you probably could really benefit from having a professional counselor be a part of your life and help you sort through figuring out how to develop those resources in your life. So that would be kind of one scenario. I know the mentors in my life have been really significant, and I'm assuming that's the case for you too, Tori.
Oh, definitely. And I mean, even thinking back to as early as middle school, like the people that spoke into my life, even then, I mean, I still think of words that they said and the ways that I saw them living that I, emulated.
Yeah. And so if you don't have that in your life and you haven't had those folks, then a professional counselor can fill those shoes for a season of life, where that counselor helps you identify how to find safe people, how to develop relationship with them, how to learn and recognize what it is that you need in relationship, and how to reach out and pursue that in healthy relationship with others, and how to really do community in a healthy way.
Yeah.
It's also scenario where you've kind of exhausted other resources, right? You maybe have mentors in your life and have invited them in and have been trying to allow them to speak into your life and come alongside you in a challenge or struggle that you're facing. You've read the books, kind of picked up the resources, and for whatever reason, having difficulty making progress on the thing that's causing difficulty in your life. And that there's a blind spot somewhere, there's something that's missing, and we can't quite put our finger on it. That having the outside perspective of a professional counselor that knows the questions to ask and can kind of help identify what's happening, what's getting in the way, what are we stumbling over, can be really helpful in putting together a game plan for addressing that specific issue and helping you be able to make progress towards your goals. And so that's another scenario that can be super helpful. Probably the last category is in some situations that are really intense in nature, that there are significant and really traumatizing experiences that we have, rather that be a couple experiencing infidelity within the relationship. They're kind of overwhelmed with the intensity of that kind of betrayal or breach, grief and loss, whether that's a miscarriage or death of a spouse or a child, or significant disillusionment in life from professional struggles or health issues. We can dealing with rape or dealing with natural disaster, kind of traumatic experiences like that that really shake us to our core, or chronic conditions where we're dealing with anxiety or depression that's just can't seem to shake it, can't seem to get past it, despite the different things that we try, or sexual difficulties that we're having, that we're got married and either we experience pain or experience low desire or some sort of difficulty or struggle there, and we don't know where to turn to in order to get some direction from somebody that has a whole lot of experience helping couples or individuals through that sort of thing. So those are the main categories, that you can kind of step back and go, do I fall into one of those? Have I exhausted the other resources? Or am I in the place that kind of connecting with somebody outside of my circles could be useful to me?